Hello and welcome to Broken Entertainment. So last time I did a review on a comic that was boring, and today I'm going to do a review on a comic that was pretty awesome. Once again, Boom Studios, if you have not read their Power Rangers comics and you're a Power Rangers fan, or even if you're someone that isn't a Power Rangers fan but doesn't dislike the franchise, I really highly recommend them. The art's good, the writing is good, and it's the kind of entertainment you're not getting from the mainstream Big Two anymore. So here's the cover for issue number 2. I don't know when they switched up this Green Ranger costume, but I loved it when they put this gold on the helmet. I think it looks awesome. Love the cover in general. Lord Zed in the background. So if you haven't looked at them yet, they have 2 ranges of comics right now. They have Mighty Morphin and then they have Power Rangers. And they're running simultaneously. Their stories are happening at the same time. Mighty Morphin is the team that you're familiar with after Jason, Trini, and Zach left the team. And then Power Rangers is Jason, Trini, and Zach as the Omega Rangers, which are a new breed of Rangers that are in space. And if you haven't read the first issue, in the first issue, they go hang out with the team on Earth, and then they steal Lord Draken out from under Zordon because Zordon refuses to let him go. And they take Lord Draken with him because they think he's the only thing that can help him stop this universe-threatening evil power. And that's kind of where these two pick up. So we'll go ahead and get into it. I'm going to show some of it, but I don't want to show much of it so there will be some spoilers. So it picks up immediately where it left off. You have Billy fixing Alpha because Draken attacked Alpha in their escape. And Zordon is super pissed. And this is only the beginning of his pissed. But one of the things I like about this book is there's division among the team. Now, they all fight as a team and get along at the end of the day, but they have different opinions and different approaches to things, and one of those is Kimberly standing up for the Omega Rangers saying, they have a reason for what they did. Even though Zordon is saying that they have violated every oath and thing it ever meant to be a Power Ranger, she's saying, if you look past the fact that they took Lord Draken, they're desperate and they're trying to save the universe. While the rest of the team disagrees with her. And we'll get into that a little bit. As we move on here. Let's go to page 3. They're still talking. And you have Billy acting a little bit strange, and it doesn't really come up until the next issue. But I absolutely love Zordon's face here, because he says, I want to replace the emergency beacon with an outgoing message to every planet in every system, to all our allies, no matter how far away they may be. If they encounter the Omega Rangers, they must be taken into custody by any means necessary. They should be considered extremely dangerous and a threat to the known universe. I want Draken back and locked away, and after that happens, I will take away the powers of the Omega Rangers myself. The look on Zordon's face, can you picture that if you were a Power Rangers fan in the 90s? Never saw him that pissed, and I love it. And then you go. And And this is where you have the team kind of discussing it, and Tommy is very much on Zordon's side in this one. He feels it as kind of a personal betrayal. And it's just great interaction with the team. And they've really nailed every character in this book. And they did that in the first one. And everything I've read from Boom, they have nailed the personality and approach of all these characters to the point where when I'm reading it, I'm essentially reading it with their voice in my head. Then you cut to Angel Grove, Bulk, and Skull is super pissed, punching this poor unfortunate soul. And Bulk comes up and is just kind of like, dude, what the hell? And essentially, Skull thinks that his girlfriend is cheating on him or is interested in someone else and has lost interest in him because she's been acting really weird. And the moment I love about this is Bulk and Skull, through whatever happened in the show, they were always best friends, first and foremost. And he, you see in issue 1, does not like Skull's girlfriend. He doesn't like her attitude. He doesn't like the way she is around him. And kind of doesn't like the fact that she's taking some of his attention away, to be honest. But once Skull says that he thinks she's cheating on him or thinking about it, Bulk just beats the crap out of this dummy. And he goes, listen to me, alright? I may not know much, but that girl loves you, so if she forgot for some crazy weird reason, then I figure it's up to you and me to remind her. And calls him a brother. That, to me, it's just a great example of really capturing these characters. And it's something I don't see from DC and Marvel. You know, the characters don't really act like themselves anymore. And they nail these characters to the point where, like I said, I'm seeing it with their voice from the show. I'm never pulled out of the moment going, well, that's not how they would act. And then, even better, you go back to the moon, and Finster, as always, is showing off some new monster. In this case, it's new advanced putties. Not only is it so Finster, but this. Lord Zed being bored out of his freaking mind and completely unimpressed. It's just perfect. It's a perfect understanding of these two characters. And then, you know, Lord Zed uses chaos energy to make his own badass putties, which you can see here is freaking awesome. And this here, I will scroll down here. This right here is Skull's girlfriend. But they morph. They're going to fight the putty, and they're just kind of like, oh yeah, it's a putty. And then he proceeds to just beat their ass. And the great thing about this art is look at the motion. Not just the colors, but everything's dynamic. Everything's moving. It feels like the martial art style of the show. And it's great. And then again, they still managed to get the characterization in here. You know, Kimberly's making a joke about the just hit here Z on the chest. And then the Green Ranger pops in. And up until this point, the Green Ranger's been kicking everything's ass. And then gets in here and just gets his ass beat. And they're like, oh, crap. And then, you know, I'll leave it off there. But the dynamic art, the way that whenever there's a battle, everything feels like it's moving, it's colorful, it's dynamic, and the characters, every single one of them is spot on. You've got division in the team, but they're also working together. You know, Kim really disagrees with Tommy. They're in a relationship. It doesn't break them apart. It's just how they are. And it's so like those two characters, because Tommy would never get angry at Kimberly. Kimberly is the heart of the team. She's kind of their emotional anchor. And that's why she's the one that's saying, hey, I know these three. They're doing this for a reason, and maybe we should give them the benefit of the doubt. And everybody else is just mad right now because they felt betrayed because they came in and stole Lord Draken. To me, not only is this a much more fun comic than the Superman Wonder Woman Future State comic I reviewed, it draws you in. I want to know what happens next. The Superman Wonder Woman comic, I don't care. And quite frankly, I'm not doing a review on it yet, but I've read the Justice League one. I'm going to have to read it again because I stopped halfway through because I stopped caring. But this pulls you in and shows you the characters that you love in a way that the big two just aren't doing anymore. So absolutely recommend it. If you get a chance, go back and read some of the older issues. The Boom has been doing fantastic things with Power Rangers for a long time now. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Hit the bell for notifications, and I will see you next time.